You got StudStyle Tarot back up in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I said, let me go live today, see if I can reach a few more subscribers, get a few more people to come join the Stud Stars Collective. Good morning to everybody. Let's tap in for the collective energy. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know today, January 7th, 2026. Can y'all believe it? We made it, y'all, to 2026. How y'all New Year been going so far? The first week. Hopefully good. I said, let me tap in, get the energy. And I don't know, Spirit told me to grab this particular deck to start off with, get an energy for the collective. But let me start off saying my prayer. Let me go on ahead and cover myself. Angels of the white light, ancestors and guides, thank you so much for your covering and your protection as I channel these messages for the collective. Anybody known or unknown, Spirit, sending any negative energy my way, return it back to the sender, Spirit, and bind it to them 1,000-fold. So mote it be. In the Most High God's name we pray. Ashe, Ashe. So before I pressed the live button, I was listening to the song, There Would Be Days Like This. And now we just went into song number 2, which is Spend the Night by Rasan Patterson. So maybe these days like this is somebody, spiritual burp already, huh, Spirit? Somebody going through their karma. You know, these days like this. And maybe those days are them wishing that you would spend the night with them. Or missing the days that you used to spend the night with them. Energy at the bottom of the deck, y'all, when I open the box, is tolerance. Refusing to forgive keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity. Forgiving others or yourself isn't for them. It's to free you from inner torment and return to the path you were meant to walk. So you see, y'all, this is somebody who may have been in the energy of refusing to forgive themselves for what they've done to you. And they could be wishing that you would spend the night, but knowing that you're not even trying to tolerate them anymore. This is somebody who could be going through inner torment at this time with that song talking about days like this, because they haven't forgiven themselves. And that now is keeping them trapped in a cycle of negativity. Maybe this is you, collective, refusing to forgive someone. I mean, I know sometimes, you know, when people do us dirty, you know, it's hard to forgive. But you have to in order to move on and not block your blessings. You could be sitting there dwelling on all the anger and the resentment, and stopping your new love from coming in. I don't know, we gonna see, y'all. Because sometimes, this energy goes both ways. Maybe you're refusing to forgive somebody, or maybe they're refusing to forgive themselves. Maybe this new path that you guys both are on involves forgiving yourselves. You collective forgiving yourself for maybe staying too long with somebody. You see, when I split the deck, we have cross it over. You often lose motivation halfway and begin doubting yourself. Break this inner cycle like finishing a marathon. Take the final steps. Cross the self-imposed finish line and feel the victory within. Ooh, this is deep. So maybe this is somebody who, because they weren't able to forgive themselves, lost the motivation to cross that finish line. And that finish line could be them doing the work. Them doing the inner work, healing that inner child, going within and looking at themselves and seeing why they're in the situation that they're in, which is missing you, missing that quality time that you guys used to spend together, and wanting you to spend the night, right? Wishing that you could spend the night with them again. Now we have Apple Tree playing on Spirit Radio. Now I can kind of hear a little bit of the lyrics saying, don't want to be my apple tree. If you got to be down with me, you got to be part of my apple tree. Wait, let me see if I can see some lyrics, y'all. Because we just tapping in and trying to get some energy, okay? So the song says, well, we're going to start off. I'd like to dedicate this to all of the Creator's righteous children. I have some food in my bag for you. Not that edible food, the food you eat. No, I have some food for thought. Since knowledge is infinite, it has infinitely fell on me. So it was a stormy night, the kind where the lightning strike, and I was hanging out with some of my artsy friends. Ooh wee. The night was long. The night went on. People cooling out until the break of dawn. Incense was burning, so I'm feeling right. See, I picks my friends like I pick my fruit. And Granny told me that when I was only a youth. I don't go around trying to be what I'm not. I don't waste my time trying to get what you got. I work at pleasing me because I can't please you. And that's why I do what I do. My soul flies free like a willow tree. Do we. And if you don't want to be down with me, you don't want to pick from my apple tree. And if you don't want to be down with me, then you don't want to pick from my apple tree. And if you don't want to be down with me, then you don't want to pick from my apple tree. And if you don't want to be down with me, you just don't want to be down. Maybe this is somebody who didn't want to be down with you at one time, collective, and now having to forgive themselves for that. Ooh, let's get into it, y'all. This is deep. Sounds like somebody got to do some inner work, y'all. Forgiving themselves for being where they are right now. And that's without you. Somebody who may have done this to themselves, y'all, right? Not saying that this was your fault, but maybe somebody realizing that they played a major role in the current situation. Art of attraction. Y'all see we got that peacock energy coming up. The peacock theory emphasizes that over-the-top display is a strategic move. The universe encourages you not to hide your light. Use confidence and boldness to gain the upper hand in social settings. Maybe this is somebody who was over the top, huh? You know, it was all about them. You know, somebody who really didn't think about anybody else but themselves. Now, you know, maybe they were hiding their light at one time because they were being strategic. Now being advised by the universe to be confident and bold. And that's what's going to help them get the upper hand in this social setting. And I don't know if y'all heard that confirmation, but it sounds like somebody is learning some things about themselves, because during this time, they're in solitude, having to look within. And maybe the things that they were seeing about themselves, they didn't like. And that's why they started to lose their motivation to come back towards you. You know, because this is somebody who's having to learn some lessons. First card out, y'all. You see it? An unexpected event disrupted your plans. But don't be discouraged. This is a reminder from above. Learn the lesson, uplift your spirit, and step forward boldly. The future is yours to create. So see, somebody may be looking at themselves and seeing how, you know, maybe they didn't care about you, collective, because they only cared about themselves. And that's how they lost you. And now, being in the energy of reaching up, it says the universe is calling you to stop trying to handle everything alone. Now is the time to accept support. Open your heart to others, for the force of destiny reaches you through the hands of those around you. So maybe somebody's realizing that you had something to do with their destiny after losing you. I keep hearing spirits say, after being so arrogant, after being so full of themselves, right? You know, they were bold in their actions, but now they're not so bold to come towards you. Because this is somebody who is having to do some inner work on that inner child. And maybe this is somebody who felt like they didn't need nobody. They could do everything themselves. But maybe now, as they go through this karma with the song Days Like This being the very first song on Spirit Radio, now that somebody's having to reflect on how they lost you. Maybe now they're reaching up to the divine and asking for help, asking for some assistance from the universe. Maybe this is somebody who is realizing they can't do things on their own. Not this spiritual work. They need some help. Maybe from you, collective. See, we're definitely talking about someone who's in their masculine energy. Somebody who sees the challenges in life are inevitable, but the divine masculine, like the lion, shows resilience in adversity. The universe reminds you that true strength isn't shown in easy times, but when you choose to rise after falling. So see, this could have been somebody that fell from grace. Being taught a very valuable lesson. And now in the energy of maybe taking control back of their life. Because remember, we saw the card that said cross it over. Like somebody needs to cross that finish line. They need to still finish doing the work, the inner work. In a relationship or situation, your passive stance has caused you to miss opportunities that should have been yours. Now is the moment to take charge, step forward, and claim what is rightfully yours. I think this is somebody who feels, once again, that you are part of their destiny. And they feel like you belong to them, collective. Now see, this is a couple of cards here. I'll go ahead and take them. We have professional guidance coming out with open up. So this is already giving the energy of somebody who just may be getting some help, going to therapy, seeking counseling at this time. This card says you are being called to seek professional guidance, especially when facing important decisions. The wisdom and resources from outside will help you avoid mistakes and lead you toward a more successful future. And then we have the open up card that says, do not fear to feel the emotions and intentions of others. You are being called to embrace the goodwill of those around you, for only in trust can the deeper beauty of life reveal itself. When you release fear and doubt and accept the care of others, the universe will respond in unexpected ways, leading you toward a richer life experience. Confirmation, huh? What's at the bottom of the deck, Spirit? Be real. That's the energy. We have someone who's being called to be real. Enough. No more hiding yourself. Loudly voice your inner thoughts. Uphold your truth. When you speak up, you'll enter a higher vibrational level. So you know what, y'all? This is giving somebody who may have been so bold in their actions at one time, but now, standing in their power and seeking help opening up, help being real. Because maybe this is somebody who was fake, superficial, somebody who may have been hiding their feelings from you, right, collective? Now feeling bittersweet about this whole situation when it comes to you. Because maybe this is someone who's lost you, but feeling like they want you back. And in order to get you back, they got to open up and be real. Okay, Spirit. We covered a lot with this energy, y'all. Yes, we did. This was coming from the cosmic records. Maybe it was written for this person in the Akashic records to have to go through this. Because maybe this was somebody who wanted revenge for you leaving them. I'm looking to damage you in retaliation for perceived wrongs. Maybe this is somebody who wanted revenge because you left them. And now that they're getting professional guidance, they're seeing the error of their ways. I see it, Spirit. And now trying to take control of their life, because now they're thinking about collaborating with you. You see, the card says, we are aligned in our purposes. Let's combine forces and help each other succeed. After wanting revenge on you, I just heard Spirit say, if you can't beat them, join them. So this might have been somebody who was really bold in their actions of revenge towards you. Now feeling like, since they couldn't beat you, now wanting to join you, now wanting to collaborate with you, collective. Okay. Now that they're opening up and trying to be real, this is somebody who's thinking about speaking up, collective, telling you maybe some great news, or at least maybe they feel like this is great news. I have something amazing to share with you. Maybe that great news is that they've learned a valuable lesson. This is somebody, who wanted to hurt you. They wanted to have leverage. They wanted to win at all costs. But now Spirit is saying they want you to open up and trust them so they can use their secrets against you. Use your secrets against you. I think this was their energy. They wanted you to open up so they could use your secrets against you. But now they're opening up. They're learning how to open up. as they seek this professional guidance. This sounded like a person who was a cold piece of work, collective, somebody who was out for revenge and wanted to win at all costs. They wanted to be the star energy. They wanted all the attention in that peacock energy, right? Maybe now they're seeing you getting some attention and wanting to collaborate with you after being an enemy to you. Ooh, that's deep. You got your enemies now wanting to collaborate. Confirmation. You see that? Somebody who said now they want to come in and be positive. Right, that part. They said now they want to come in and flip the script. They said now their intentions are pure and I only want to elevate and improve your life after they were trying to win at all costs. Yeah, collective. This is somebody who's saying they want to reconnect with you. I know it's been a while, but I miss having you in my life. Okay, that part. That part, Pisces love. That part right there. This is somebody who knows they gave you false promises. You see that? The card came out to clarify this person who's getting professional guidance now. Somebody who could have been your hater. They said, I will tell you what I think you want to hear, even if I know it's not true or attainable. Boy, this sounds like somebody who was a real opposite energy. See? Sounds like somebody who really thought of ways to hurt you. Now, I don't know if they still are, collective. We gonna see. But they think they gonna come in with some great news for you after learning a lesson. This is what this is giving, y'all. This is somebody who, now I just learned that when these cards are going to the left, this is the reverse. This is somebody who said they didn't value your opinion and they didn't appreciate your unique approach to this situation. But now that's changing with this card being in the reverse and crossing. Their perspective is now changing and they are thinking about opening up, collective. Yeah. This is somebody who knows they were negative. I'm hiding my true intentions and I don't actually care about your well-being. Woo! But now having to be real. Now having to change this negative energy. Hey, this sounds like a challenge. Going from negative to positive. Right? Somebody who was used to being, I heard, an arch nemesis in your life. Somebody who, again, was full of false promises. No, this is not a Pisces reading. This is a collective reading. This is somebody, collective, who had a lot of work to do. This masculine energy. And I think that they're trying to do the work, which is what's coming up here after seeking professional guidance. Now, we also saw the card of somebody who lost motivation, and maybe got stuck in the middle of doing the work. Because look at this energy that they were battling. Somebody who was fake, who hid a lot of things from you. who was in a negative energy could still be working on this negative energy in order to get back to you, because they want to come in and tell you this great news. And maybe the great news, in their opinion, is that they've learned the lesson. But collective, I don't know if they're ready to come back in and be real with you, because change doesn't happen overnight. What they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Come on, y'all, we can't make this up. Somebody who feels like you're their twin flame. And this whole twin flame journey is all about becoming a better version of yourself. You see here, this is somebody who's feeling like shit right now. Because maybe it's being brought to their attention that you have decided you're never going back after what this person has done. And maybe they are feeling hopeless that they can get back into your energy. Because look at you. You love yourself. You love yourself more than to deal with somebody like this. Right, collective? When you walked away, you started loving on yourself, and you realized that you deserve better than this. And now, as a result of your self-love journey, somebody is having to learn a major life lesson. Family. Not happy. Romance. So see, this is somebody who could have started a whole other family somewhere else. But truth is, they're not happy over there and wanting a romance with you. Y'all see that, collective? Your twin flame? Somebody who maybe started another family somewhere else out of revenge. Right, collective? Now, as you can see, this is in the reverse. This is giving the energy of whoever that side piece was, whatever that workplace affair was, it's no longer working out for this person because it's in the reverse. So maybe this situation they started with someone else is over now. And somebody is having to learn a lesson, which we see here, right? Somebody who may have needed to repeat a couple of cycles in order for them to get it, right? Somebody who now could feel like they're being triggered by this person who they're not happy with, because they over here thinking about you as they reflect on why they're not happy in their current situation. Oh, this is a lot of cards, Spirit. Now, as you can see, who wants to take all of those cards? I'm going to put them back in the deck, but we have goodbye coming out to the left. And now this is giving somebody who doesn't want you to say goodbye. With the goodbye in the reverse, you've already said goodbye. But see, look at the cards that came out. This is justice. You saying goodbye to this person is justice. You not wanting to go back. But this is somebody who wants to spin the block. You see that, y'all? They want to come by, come back to you after possibly having spell work done to them. Thinking about coming in to pop the question. You see that? Wanting you to be their new boo. Now, see, even that right there, new boo, is already given somebody that is not trying to be here for a long time, only for a good time, right? Even though they want to come pop the question. This is somebody that still has a sex addiction, y'all. You see that? Thinking that they gonna now be your wingman. Thinking that they want to be your partner in crime now. But look at Spirit letting you know that they psycho. And I seen how somebody called it in the comments. This person is your psycho ex who really needs some help, y'all. I mean, it looks like they're getting the help. But like I said before, change doesn't happen overnight. They got a lot of work to put in. Which by the time they put the work in on themselves, you're going to be long gone, collective. Long gone. This is somebody who you could be giving the side eye because they want to come apologize. But see, they're still unsure. This is somebody who has ulterior motives. They still do. And it's sad because this could have been your twin flame, collective. But as we can see, justice is being served on your behalf, like I showed y'all. First card in that stack of cards to come out. This is somebody who doesn't want you to say goodbye, but you are. This is somebody who is thinking that after they were a hater and they was trying to get revenge and wanted to have leverage over you, now they over here attracted to you and wanting to have this romance when you are happily single. You see that? You're doing you. You're stress-free. You're career focused right now. You're not even thinking about this person, but they are still obsessed with you, collective. Ooh, did y'all see that card fly? Wow. And it flew in the upright, y'all. It's too late. It's too late for this person to come back. It's too late for them to come back and pop the question. This is somebody who's going to have to learn the hard way, collective, that they cannot come back. They're going to be in for a rude awakening trying to come bring you a ring. Wow, that's crazy. We got telepathic communication at the bottom of the deck. Hey, this is somebody who really is psycho, collective. If they think that you will take them back after them trying to have revenge. Ooh, spiritual burp when I say that. Somebody who thought they could get revenge by starting a whole other family on you. Wow. That's crazy, collective. But it's coming out in the cards. This person is a psycho and they're obsessed. So they still may be in devil energy, which is why I was saying they still could be negative. We got moon energy at the bottom of the deck. I think this is somebody who still has a lot of secrets that they're hiding from you, collective, which is probably why they're not coming in towards you just yet. Because as they go through this karmic lesson, as they are being triggered, as they are starting to look within and see where they did this to themselves here, you know, this life lesson, they put you in this Queen of Swords energy. You got your sword up when it comes to this person. That sees you in this High Priestess energy. Come through, Spirit. They see you with your third eye all the way open. And listening to your intuition. Your spirit guides are letting you know already that this person still could not be in the right energy, thinking that they're going to come in and speak up and try to be real with you, be real about their feelings. But with this Wheel of Fortune coming up at the bottom of the deck, this is giving fate. This is giving, this was fated to happen this way. Changes are happening. Things are changing, and they're changing in your favor. You on the good side of this Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing is at play. And what's happening in divine timing is that you are having good luck. And that could be triggering this person while they're going through, ooh, I just heard Spirit say a shit show over there with this karmic. Ooh, I seen it flip, y'all. I seen it flip. Yeah. Didn't I tell you this is somebody who still got secrets? This is somebody who's still trying to keep secrets from you. Maybe this person really don't want you to know all the things that they were doing behind the scenes to try to get their revenge on you with this family that they started with somebody else. Yeah, here's the truth right here, y'all. This is somebody who still got their head in the clouds, y'all. They're confused. They're not seeing things clearly. And that's why they're going through judgment. They're still not seeing things clearly, y'all. Man, I was hopeful, you know, with this positive energy here, somebody who trying to come in and be positive. Or maybe that was you, collective, huh? You were the positive one when it comes to this masculine, but they didn't see it. And now we got this Eight of Wands. Now the Eight of Wands is somebody that wants to talk, that wants to communicate. But see, what this person is doing is sending telepathic communication. You know, this is somebody who could be sending energy your way because they know there's still a page. They're not a king. They're not even an emperor to your possible empress energy. I mean, we did see the High Priestess come out, and usually the High Priestess is an empress. This is somebody who still wants to come in flirting with you. They think that they're going to come in telling you, you know what, I learned my lesson. But really they didn't, because they have a sex addiction. This is somebody who really is just coming in for sexual pleasures, y'all. They're going through a tower moment at this time in their life. And Spirit said there's still this emotional manipulator. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. This is somebody who cannot sleep at night. And I just heard Spirit say, no rest for the wicked. This is somebody who can't sleep at night because they know they got all these secrets that they really don't want you to know. That maybe they might be still trying to keep from you when they need to open up, right? But I mean, who wants to hear all the foul play that they did? We started this message talking about forgiveness, tolerance, somebody who was refusing to forgive themselves. You guys remember that? When I first started the read, it said something about forgiving themselves and you forgiving them too in order to move on. And I think you did. You forgave this person and you moved on and you said goodbye. But now this is somebody who's having to forgive themselves because they know that they betrayed you in this Ten of Swords energy. But see, this person wants to come out of this Ten of Swords energy. They said now they don't want to betray you anymore. Now they're having a change of heart and saying now they don't want to hurt you. But they're still not coming in. Oh, look at this. King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is somebody who, even though they want to be a King of Swords to you, we saw their energy, collective. They're a Page of Wands. Okay? But see, now at the same token, we saw that Queen of Swords, which could be your energy. So it is kind of a match. They want to be a King of Swords energy, but still coming in as a Page, collective. And that now would make them not a match for you, because they still got a lot of work to do, collective. But maybe this Page is saying that, hey, I'm ready to make a change and no longer betray you. But even with that, it's too late. They waited too long to come in and say they no longer want to betray you, collective. Ooh, I can't make it up, y'all. This cycle is closed. Here's the World card coming up behind that King of Swords. Y'all see it? This cycle is closed with this person. And I believe you have a new love coming in this King of Cups energy. So we got two energies, a King of Swords and a King of Cups energy. Because this last person was a clown. They talked a whole lot of shit behind your back, collective, and wanting to apologize for that. They want to apologize for being in that bad energy towards you. But see, you are being divinely guided by Spirit to leave these troubled waters. You've already left. The cycle is closed. So this is happening after the fact, collective. After you left, now this person wants to apologize. Now they want to come in and do right by you. But they're still possibly in a negative energy. They haven't really done all of the work, but wanting to speak up because they're not happy about this ending with you. They're not happy that Spirit is sending in a new love for you. We keep getting this energy for the collective. Somebody that's still holding on to your energy because they don't want anyone else to have you. But Spirit also showed us that they're your cycle X now. Closing messages for the collective. We have Cancer energy coming out with the North Node in the reverse. And then we have the number 2, which is High Priestess energy. So the closing energy for the collective is that you're on your chariot, Cancer energy. You're moving forward away from this person who's in their South Node. And they're still in their South Node, but they think they're coming in with great news. That now they're trying to be positive. They're trying to be in this new energy. But collective, they're not in this new energy. They're still negative. That's what they're hiding from you. They haven't quite done all the work. They're being called to open up and to be real. But I think Spirit is saying they're still this emotional manipulator. They're still hiding their real feelings. They're still operating out of a sexual energy, coming in as a page, wanting to flirt with you, wanting you to be their new boo. But once again, a boo is not somebody that's permanent. They're just coming in to have a good time. Okay, collective? So stay in your High Priestess energy and listen to your intuition when it comes to this person. You know they ain't right. Ooh, spiritual birth when I said that. And you also know that change requires time. And this is what's happening for this person. It's going to take time for them to make all the changes required just to even be back in your energy. And at the point where that happens, it's going to be too late. You're going to already be with a replacement energy, a King of Cups, somebody who's coming in to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Okay, collective? I'm going to leave it there. Till the next time, stud stars, much love and much light. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so I can start getting into the algorithm and more people receive these messages from Spirit. Thank you so much. And until the next time, namaste.